anyway, we do have time for a question, and we had a question from a lovely person by the name of Sharon. So she has asked if you can describe your experience with using sound to create light. So,
Great question. And the idea of using sound to create light, this was really one of the pivotal, fundamental experiences that I ever had. And I can tell you when it happened because I was down in the ancient Mayan temple in Palenque during the harmonic convergence in 1987, something around August 16th, maybe 17th. And there was a magician, a brujo, a shaman there who was also a guide, and he took this group of about half a dozen people with us to a underground temple that was just being unearthed, and somehow he knew about my interest in sound. So with the group, we entered this room that had just been excavated. He pointed at an archway right above us and said, "Make sound here," and he turned off his flashlight. And it was darker than I think I've ever been before. It was total pitch darkness. I don't know that I've ever been in a situation like that. And I began to make some tones. And as I began to make some tones, I really noticed a crazy phenomena because the room began to become illuminated. It was not as though he had turned on his flashlight again. It was like someone had taken a dimmer and just slowly adjusted the light just a little bit so we could make out the outlines of each other's, the other people there. And it was quite amazing. And then after a couple of minutes, I stopped making the sound. He turned the flashlight back on and we left. And afterwards, I talked with the other people and they had also experienced this phenomena. And it really shifted and changed me. And in fact, in my book, Healing Sounds, I write about it and write about the fact that it seems to be, if you like, in the ancient mystical traditions, the initiates were supposed to be able to manifest their own light. And I have to assume that this may have happened through sound. And recently I was speaking with someone who's telling me that they had a similar experience and in a shamanic experience in a totally different tradition, but where the room became illuminated a little bit through the sounds. And then he suggested to me that, maybe this is how the really ancient people were able to do their cave drawings in total darkness. And there weren't, when they've examined those, they've tried to come up with ideas of how they used reflective light to get into these ancient caves because there wasn't like soot on the wall or whatnot from torches. And I thought about it. I said, that's very, very interesting. So once again, that experience, if you like, shifted and changed me. And that was a while ago. So what a great question. That was the first one. Yeah, it's way
powerful
cool.
experience, and to share on the solstice energy,
Yeah.
where we get that little spark of light
Yeah.
in the dark.